There's room for two in here.
Does your wife maybe get a hint?
I have a confession to make.
I was wondering if you wanted some company.
I am failing as a mother. I like knowing something about you that nobody else does.
I'm asking you to take a chance on me.
Anna, seriously, it's time to back off Jason. You're starting to become as annoying as Drew. For the love of all that's holy, just leave him alone. He's not your personal plaything. Anna asking Jason to take a chance on her. Oh, come on. What's her game this time? Oh, Lucas, don't even think about getting close to Brad. That's a train wreck waiting to happen. And someone please step in and protect Elizabeth from Cyrus before he decides to come after her again. Anna's just a disaster as Port Charles Police Commissioner. Lucas, you can do better than this. Brad is so not the guy you want to trust. Remember when Jason actually gave Anna a chance last time? Yeah, she tried to mess with him about Valentin. At this point, Anna needs a serious vacation. It's Valentine's Day in Port Charles, and things are heating up between Chase and Brooklyn. Shower scenes, yeah, it's getting hot. On a more positive note, I'm all for Kai and Trina. Joss was totally right when she told her to get back in the game. As for Curtis and Portia, never been a fan, never will be. And can we talk about Anna's decline? The woman is the worst commissioner ever. Give Mac his job back. He at least had a clue. I'm all about Trina and Kai, though. Joss is still a college student, despite what she thinks. And to top it off, some manipulative spy is using a grieving, vulnerable 21-year-old to do his bidding. Oh, and he wants to make moves on her mom. Someone needs to warn Jack to keep an eye on Carly. When this all inevitably falls apart, Mama Bear is going to come out swinging. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Let's start with the obvious. There's absolutely no chemistry between Kai and Trina. None. Zip. Lucas really needs to steer clear of Brad. Because seriously, who can blame him for wanting to, Carly? Oh, Carly knows exactly what she's doing, or, well, not doing, with Brennan. And let's be real. In the real world, Laura and Chris have been friends since the 1990s, but that doesn't stop Anna from being fabulous, because let's face it, she's only doing what the writers are telling her to do. Portia? Yeah, never liked her, and putting her with Curtis just makes everything worse. Now, let's talk about the real difference between Drew and Willow and Jason and Sasha. Drew, he's basically grooming Willow in the creepiest, most gaslighting way possible. It's borderline disturbing. Jason, on the other hand, is doing Sasha a favor in the chemistry. Well, maybe it's building up to something. Maybe. Look, when there's an age gap, people will always have opinions, but it's not really about that. It's all about how the soap presents it, aka the acting. Honestly, I'm hoping Anna wants help from him. Maybe, but she keeps flipping the on and off switch like a broken light. Make up your mind, lady. Oh, I'm just waiting for her to be fired. She's the most dishonest, horrible police commissioner in all of Port Charles. And Jason? He's stuck with Sasha. Guess they'll just have to drag that out for a while. Brennan has Carly so wrapped around his finger that she's blind to just how dangerous he really is. If Anna keeps up her mess, she'll be remembered as the worst police commissioner Port Charles has ever seen. And if Jason's not released and Cyrus ends up dead, I bet it's going to be Joss, because she has Dex's gun, just saying. But hey, that kiss at the end with Sasha and Jason? Priceless. Sasha kissed him just to make people think Jason's the father of her baby. Honestly, I'd love for Michael to come back, get back with Sasha, and kick Drew and Willow to the curb. Wouldn't that be sweet? Hold up a second. Did I actually just watch Drew swipe Curtis' coat? Because that's what it looked like. Curtis walks into Laura's office, casually places his coat on the chair, and doesn't touch it again. Drew doesn't even bother to bring a coat into the office. But when it's time to leave, guess what Drew does? He grabs Curtis' coat. Yup, Drew stole Curtis' coat. And speaking of Curtis, where's the scene where he realizes his coat is missing? Like, where's that moment when Laura asks, "So what are we gonna do?" Is he going to leave without it? Or does he just not notice until Tuesday, if he notices at all? By then, I'll be over here wondering who Cyrus killed by that point. These little distractions are seriously messing with my brain. Now, about Sunny letting some random woman, whose name I can't even remember, into the inner circle while keeping Carly and Jason in the dark. That makes absolutely no sense. Seriously, why is he trusting her more than the people who've been there for him through everything? Mac was amazing today. Sasha's kiss really threw Jason off, and honestly, I think they look great together. It's about time Sunny was upfront with Carly. There's only two people he really trusts, Carly and Jason. As for Cyrus, can't wait to see him get what's coming to him. Oh, and don't even get me started on Drew. Seriously, what's up with that whole Willow-Drew thing? I can't. It's just gross. But back to Anna. Can someone explain why she's not looking harder for evidence against Cyrus? Seriously, it feels like everyone else is doing her job for her. And Sasha, does she not realize that Jason is a Q? If people actually believe Jason is the father, she's going to get sucked into all that Q family drama for the rest of her life. This whole situation doesn't make sense, especially when Michael could be the father. Honestly, it wouldn't change a thing, because shared custody still stands whether they're together or not. But clearly, the writers have no clue how the law works, so. Now, about that kiss, oh, I saw it coming from a mile away when Sasha noticed Willow was watching. If Sasha didn't go all in on that kiss, then Willow's staring was pretty awkward, huh? Mac and Anna got an eyeful too, and Mac's reaction? Priceless. Sasha just turns around and walks away, strutting past all the gossips. That's gonna keep the rumor mill spinning for a while. And can we talk about Mac? He was on fire today, putting everyone on blast. Love it. He was literally saying everything that's been on my mind, especially when it comes to Jason and Cyrus. If Jason took Cyrus out, honestly, we'd all be better off. Anna's like, we couldn't, we shouldn't. But really, she's done it before for herself. The look on Mac's face, priceless. Meanwhile, Jason's just chilling, and Elizabeth's out here practically doing Anna's job for her. She's even telling Anna what to do to find more evidence. Someone please give Elizabeth a badge, because she's clearly running the show here. And Cyrus? He's out here plotting Elizabeth's death, while Jason could be stopping him. What is happening right now? Anna is honestly the worst commissioner ever. Elizabeth is practically serving Cyrus on a silver platter, and what does Anna do? Nothing. She's sitting there, letting Elizabeth do her job while she holds Jason back from actually doing what he's good at, getting to the bottom of things. Brilliant strategy. And don't even get me started on Sasha. She barely knows Jason, but now, out of nowhere, she's acting like he's the father of her child. I swear, if they start trying to turn them into a couple, I might lose it. They have absolutely zero chemistry. Watching them together would be nothing short of a nightmare. But seriously, why on earth would Sasha ask Jason to publicly claim he's the father when she literally said earlier she doesn't want her baby raised by the Quartermaines? Hello, Jason is a Quartermaine. He lives in their mansion and is literally raising his kid with the whole family. It's almost like the writers stopped even pretending to make sense. Oh, and sure, some people are talking about the age gap between Jason and Sasha. But honestly, I could see them together more than I could ever see him with Anna. I mean, come on. Anna's the mom of his former girlfriend, and Sasha's the ex of Michael, the kid Jason almost raised as his own son. Classic soap opera love triangle, anyone? It's a mess. But hey, at least Elizabeth is actually getting some screen time again, and I'm still holding on to the hope that she and Lucky will find their way back to each other. The Trina and Kai storyline. Yawn. Honestly, it's like watching paint dry. But hey Anna, are you disappointed you didn't get to kiss Jason again? the look on her face, and Max, for that matter, when Sasha went in for that kiss? Priceless. But let's be real, I don't want Sasha with Jason. I still have hope for her and Michael when he eventually comes back. Can you imagine the mess if she and Jason actually did get together? Talk about a tangled web of drama. Speaking of messes, Anna is by far the worst police commissioner Port Charles has ever had. I mean, come on. If Jason isn't freed and Cyrus ends up dead, guess who's probably going to be behind it? Joss. She has Dex's gun after all. At least we got the one good thing out of today's episode, Sasha and Jason's kiss. Honestly, they have way better chemistry than most of the other pairings, so why not make them a couple? They'd be awesome together. As for today's episode, well, about time Lucky and Liz kissed. But let's be real, the new Lucky looks like Clay Aiken. No way Tracy would allow any Eckert's bakery products in her house after Jenny Eckert stole Paul Hornsby from her. Oh, and Lucky finally shaved and took a shower. Wow, progress. Now, here's a question that's been bugging me. Why couldn't Jason just have had a one-night stand? Why did Sasha have to kiss him? It's like, does anyone remember that Sasha was practically screaming to anyone who would listen that she wanted to raise the baby alone? So where is the writer's head with this? I mean, we all know Jason is no Drew, and the idea that he'd fall for Michael's baby mama? Yeah, that's a hard pass. Also, just a side note, trying to get in touch with a non-AI admin? It's like finding a needle in a haystack. I just want my comment restored, but instead, I'm stuck navigating keywords that are apparently more important than actual communication. It's exhausting. Oh, and heads up, Monday's the start of that new show on the other channel. If you want General Hospital to stick around, you better start letting ABC know, and maybe streaming the show might help too. So here's my brilliant take. Jason really needs to tell Carly the truth about being Sasha's baby daddy. Because, let's be honest, we all know Jason's lying skills are legendary. He's an absolute master of deception. And Carly? Oh, Carly's just the perfect person to play the role of his buffer. Jason can just stand there, looking like a stoic statue, nodding his head like an obedient little yes man, while Carly spins her web of lies. I mean, it's not like they wouldn't do anything for each other, right? If Carly says Jason's the father, then boom, everyone will buy it. It's that easy. Oh, and let's not forget the masterful Sasha moment at the police station, where she kissed Jason to make everyone think he's the father of her baby. Why? Well, so Willow doesn't get a chance to realize Michael might lose custody of his kids. Because, of course, that is totally the priority here. As for Drew, he's off in La La Land, chasing revenge against Sunny and Jason, while pretending to care about Willow. Newsflash, Drew, Port Charles doesn't need your personal vendettas. It needs actual leadership. And speaking of misguided priorities, Drew's new bestie, Sidwell, is a match made in heaven, right? Just two peas in a pod, with Drew all in on Sidwell's villainous plans. Real great teamwork. Meanwhile, Cyrus, oh, he's got plans, lovely plans, to kill either Elizabeth or Joss, or maybe both, because why not? And when Cyrus finally crosses that line, Jason's going full-on protective mode because he's got a soft spot for both of them. Unlike Anna and Mac, who love to pretend they're the moral compass of Port Charles, while looking the other way when it comes to Jason's potential elimination of Cyrus. I mean, it's not like they don't know Jason's a pro at leaving no evidence behind. Hypocrisy at its finest. As for Sunny and Carly, well, Sunny might finally be doing something halfway decent by working with Ava on Avery's custody, and shockingly, I'm kind of proud of him for it. They've been through a lot, so maybe this is a step in the right direction. As for Christina, someone really needs to sit her down and explain that the world doesn't revolve around her. Avery's needs come first, Christina. Get with the program. And finally, someone asked about Robin and Jason dating. Yep, they did. That's when Robin spilled the truth about Michael's paternity, and well, that definitely didn't help their relationship. Not saying that's the reason they broke up, but remember when Robin was the one who ruined Michael's entire world by revealing AG was his father? Yeah, good times. And while all this madness is unfolding, let's just hope the whole Sasha's secret stays locked up tight until after the divorce. Because what's a little whore drama, right? Okay, let's break this down. First off, Drew might not technically be Shiloh, but how convenient that Shiloh's memories somehow ended up in Franco. And maybe, just maybe, those memories are what made their way into Drew. Totally makes sense, right? Oh, and while we're at it, can we get Anna fired already? Like, seriously, Mac would actually be an amazing police chief. How hard is it to make the switch? Now, on to the riveting conversation between Lulu and Christina. Oh, where do I even start? Look, this is just my opinion, so feel free to disagree, but was anyone else just completely baffled? Sam and Dante? An epic love story? Really? Their relationship was like watching paint dry. No chemistry, no passion. It was just there. I mean, Jason was the actual Titanic love story, not these two. So yeah, that conversation was a total slap in the face to everything Jason and Sam built. Just saying. Also, I need someone to please clarify this. Cyrus is apparently a family man, but from what I've seen, he's more like a family destroyer than anything. I'm not buying the family man label. What am I missing here? And here's a hot take. Sasha has always been a gem, but lately, she's getting on my last nerve. The constant anger and hate towards the Q family? So undeserved. It's like she's channeling Carly from back in the day when she had all those issues with Michael. Except for Tracy, who's a whole other story, the Qs have been nothing but decent and welcoming to her. No Q would ever harm a kid, and they're definitely not going to use her baby. So can we just stop with the baseless bashing? It feels like the writers are just trying to set up some forced Jason and Sasha romance for what reason, exactly? I'm all for them being together if it makes sense, but the constant Q family bashing? Total nonsense. Oh, and no offense, but I'm really not here for Jason and Sasha as a couple. I mean, did we all forget that Jason just told Anna that Michael's like a son to him? Why can't two people just stay friends? And hello, Sasha's whole thing is not wanting her baby anywhere near the mob. So how does a mob boss like Jason fit into that? Just saying. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.